80 years ago, the war in Europe ended, but today the battle for life and meaningful civilization remains very much alive. Protesters have gathered outside of the Houses of Parliament as Kim Ledbetter's bill, which could effectively introduce for the first time assisted suicide into British legislation, has its final reading.
Today is probably the most momentous vote that any MP will cast in this Parliament, because it really goes to the heart of life and death. And since the abolition of capital punishment, this is the first time that the state is being invited to facilitate itself in the killing of its own citizens. And I think that is quite an appalling vista. This bill is wrong in principle. It is cluttered with inappropriate clauses, and I do hope today that MPs who have sat on the fence will come down on the side of life and vote against this bill. My deepest concerns are that it does nothing to deal with the very live issue of coercion of the elderly, many of whom already say, oh, we're such a burden on society. And yet this is a bill which can conceal coercion and can lead people with a presumption of capacity who have had a terminal illness diagnosis, who therefore probably are at the most vulnerable, into making themselves very vulnerable to coercion. I think that's a key issue in this bill, and I think it's something that no society should be making easy. Rather, we should be making it hard.
So we're standing here outside Parliament on Friday, the 20th of June. Crucial votes coming up. The final third reading vote on the Kim Ledbetter's assisted suicide bill is all to play for. It's very close in terms of how people are going to vote. We're really praying and seeking to inform people as best we can, but now it's down to prayer really, and we're just praying that God turns the hearts and minds of MPs today on this life and death issue. We've seen many MPs change their minds on this over the period of this being debated. Many people becoming more concerned about the safeguards or lack of safeguards of this bill, and recognising the problems highlighted by people like the Royal College of Psychiatrists and many other disability and anorexia and other campaign groups as well. It would be an awful thing to legalise assisted suicide, to have doctors and hospitals suggesting suicide to patients. So we really pray this bill doesn't pass today, and that's what we're hoping for. Tuesday, this Parliament voted to decriminalise abortion right up to birth for women carrying out their own abortions. Shocking disregard for human life. There's no protection now for a baby in the womb from being aborted right up to birth. So they're regarded as just something disposable by this Parliament. We really pray that that's a massive overreach by the enemy, and that there's a massive backlash against this. People have been shocked, people have been horrified, even protesters, people have been horrified by this change in the law that has happened. And today, assisted suicide, another life and death issue, I think it'll be a lot closer today, but I really pray this vote doesn't go through.
So today, MPs are going to vote on the third reading of the assisted suicide or assisted dying bill. All I can ask is everyone prays that it doesn't go through. I mean, this bill has no safeguards. It will pressurise the elderly, it will pressurise the vulnerable, it will pressurise the disabled. Line by line, when you go through what's in this bill, it is absolutely shocking. We cannot allow this to happen. We cannot allow them. Our NHS, which is our state-funded healthcare provider, it's going to change the very nature of what that health provider does. It underwrites, or it's going to undermine the very foundation of the NHS, which is supposed to be there to look after us, but now is going to be offering us death. And we know from the abortion issue how easily people can be coerced, how people can feel a burden, how people can be terrified when they receive a horrible diagnosis. We have to just pray, and we have to teach people how to live, not to die. And if it does pass today, it's not going to be the end. We're going to keep praying, keep lobbying the House of Lords, and let MPs know your feelings on the matter. If your MP voted for this measure, let them know you won't be voting for them again.
Hi there, I'm Ali Reza Ghazi Sorbati. I work at the Christian Legal Centre and I'm here today to stand for life. Today is an historic day. The assisted dying bill, if voted through, will change the entire framework of our society. It is the most important thing that is happening today across the world. The assisted dying bill is not fit for purpose, both on a principled level. Assisted dying is not good, but also this bill is badly drafted. This bill is unworkable. It is not fit for purpose. And I'm here and I just pray that the MPs will vote against this bill, that this bill will not go any further. And so I just pray today that that will happen. And it's great to be here with so many people to stand for life.
Says do not kill. It's clear. God says choose life, not death. Jesus is life. He is the way, the truth and the life. Indeed, Jesus sacrificed his life that we might live, that we might overcome death. He overcame death. He overcame death for everyone that is out here in Parliament today. He overcame death so that we might have life in fullness. To catapult people towards a premature eternal destiny is very serious indeed. This is actually a matter of eternal consequence. So we are standing here to say yes to life, yes to care, yes to hope, not despair, yes to compassion, not killing. A sane and a civilized society will always choose life. When we choose life, when we choose God, we will choose blessing over our lives and over a nation. We lament that it has even come to a place where we are deciding on this in Parliament today. Please, Revelation viewers, pray with us today that this bill would be defeated.
So as the debate rages on in the House of Commons today, it's critical that Christians are clear. God alone has the right and the might, the sovereignty to give and to take life. All life is made in his image. He's the definition of what life is from conception through to the very end. And it's important that we pray for God's mercy and his grace in these times, that we ask that he would enable us to see a striking down of this particular attempted legislation that could have catastrophic ramifications for our society. I'm Reagan King, Houses of Parliament, Westminster, for Revelation TV.